Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm happy to announce you that we're so close to being to 5,000 subscribers and I couldn't have done this without you, so a big thanks to every one of you. Uh, I have a special video dropping when we reach 5,000 subscribers. I went to Mount Valence and I went there 2 years ago and I made a video about it, so if you want to have a little idea of what it's like, you can watch that video. And this year I went to it and it was awesome. We had a lot more snow, I think. So it was pretty good. So yeah, I wanted to do a small video talking about a lot of stuff I have to say. All these. First of all, one of them is that revision number 6 is coming. It's gonna come in theory about maybe a week or so. It includes the new slotted skid adjustable length, so it's a lot simpler than changing holes. You can just turn a screw and adjust the tension, so it's quite more simple. A few updated parts for the RMK and the Skidoo, and now for the first time it's now supporting the Yamaha Viper. I wanted to have everything as simple as possible to install on this, so that means almost no modifications. You can, in theory, even reuse the stock tunnel. I'm gonna try to do it with this one. I'm not totally done with the parts, but most of them are done. And it has its own track with a special Yamaha pattern. And it uses a micro servo just because that's the simplest thing to make it work. Otherwise you would have to have some kind of linkage. So for the Viper, it's gonna have a micro servo, but we're coming on that later. Also, if you order stuff on the website now, I have a few different colors options. I used to only have black and white, and now for most of the parts you can have blue and red, and possibly even yellow. I'm still working on that. But yeah, if you have any special requests, just send me an email or say in the comment like, oh, I'd like to have this color example. Some colors I will not supply, but the basic one I might. This is a Viper that was previously modified. This had a big gash and burned plastic over there. You see, this is like, what is this? I installed my kit on this one. In theory, it should work for every Yamaha Viper, but I'm going to need some feedback to make sure that the kit I release is properly functional for every Vipers. So I'm gonna need some feedback. Now the subject of the video you've all been expecting to hear about for the past 2.5 months. The G4. Alright, so how much is it? Stop. This is the part of the video where I cut what I'm supposed to say to replace it with what I've learned and the bad news. So, as I've said to some people through emails and stuff, BRP noticed the videos, and this is their intellectual property. It's not 100% similar to their machine, but it looks a lot like their machine. Like you can see, like, it looks like a Skidoo, right? It does look a bit like a Skidoo. So where's the line between it's similar and it's a copy? I don't know. And to kind of avoid to being in any kind of legal troubles, I might have to modify the look of it, or else I might need to try to find some way to work around it. So yeah, everything that's following this point of the video is still relevant, but I don't know what to do regarding that specific concept. Sorry. The simplest explanation I can give you is that I'm going to do a stage 4 build. So that means stage 1 would be entry level, stage 4 would be pro level, and stage 5, because yes, there's going to be a stage 5. This is like war machine kind of business. It's already... stage 5 is going to be completely custom made. That means you can add some special parts, or this part could be redesigned to like fit some companies that have special aftermarket parts, for example, or custom colors made to fit your own personal machine, so you can maybe send some pictures and see what we can work with the colors or something like that. So this is stage 5. So for now I have a few different machines that are previously made. One of them is this one. You might have seen it before on my previous video about selling the RMK. It has been sold. Thanks for everyone that showed interest. So this machine is going to be eventually for sale, but this one's going to be for an auction because why not? So many people ask for these models, and well, I obviously cannot ship one to everybody, but this one was my personal favorite as of now. But I'm going to be making another one. That's my personal sled. This has never been my personal. My personal was 000, which is the first one, or the prototype. But this one was my favorite as of now, and I did some testing on it. Everything worked fine except for I hit a pole and I broke the front bumper. Hope that's not a problem. We can always work something if that's absolutely needed, but it doesn't look too off without one. So yeah, I talked about staged construction, so that stage 1 is entry level. Expected price. Bear in mind these are all subject to change, but as of now, expected price for stage 1 would be $1,000 Canadian. That's with no electronics, and I'm not sure if it will be pre-assembled or not pre-assembled. In theory, maybe I could drop the price a little bit if it's not pre-assembled, but that's a baseline. For the stage 2, it will be 1,100. Stage 3 will be 1,200, and stage 4 is 1,300. For stage 5, that's like the sky's the limit. So that's a custom build, custom order with custom prices. The stage 1 would have no extra accessories, meaning like no headlights, no brake lights, and such things. And these would start at stage 2 and such. All right, so when is it expected to get to customers? Well, for now it's going to be a very limited edition. I expect by the month of March that the first few are gonna be shipped out. This is the moment I remind you that these are used models that were used for testing, and they're not therefore article made to be sold. But since I don't need them because the testing has been done on these 3 machines, they are not product but rather result of testing. So I think I could be fine with this. First of all, this is a very deep snow machine. It's not made to go on pavement or like ice. It does very bad on ice. It's very slippery. So this is really made and engineered to be a machine made for deep snow. And I wouldn't recommend running it under like an inch of snow or something like that. And if you have too much snow for this machine, which you can have, if there's too much snow and you just drop it and it goes through the snow, what are you doing with the RC? Like, pick up your real sled and go sledding, man. Alright. Shipping cost. I've done some quotes, and the shipping would be, it varies a lot. If I ship within Canada, it's a lot, but I mean a lot cheaper. Shipping international would cost like $130. That's pretty insane, and that's like the economical way. Priority would be like a few hundred more. So don't expect the shipping to be very cheap if you choose to buy one, if you can buy one. All right, so one more question. Warranty. It's not really a warranty, it's more I covered if there have been problem manufacturing. So that means if a part is pre-cracked, or if something's damaged before you get it, I'll replace the part for free. You might just have to pay for shipping. I'll do my best to pack them so they don't break before and during shipping. You should consider these machines more like a display rather than a high performance model. It can definitely do such things, but consider them as a limited edition special item. I think that would be the proper way to put the thing. Since I won't be able to make a machine for everybody, I might just have to make another smaller snowmobile, such as a a 1/6 or not 1/6, like 1/8 or 1/7 scale, such as the Yamaha and Viper and all these. 100% custom, 3D printable, and these files might be free, but I have not started anything about this. I'm just thinking, like, I'm talking maybe next year, but again, nothing's been started on these. I plan on making 2 snowmobiles for myself. One of them is going to be this one. It's pretty much like that one, but more green and less white. So pretty much no white on that one. I think it looks pretty good. I've seen renders and I can't wait to fully assemble it. And I'm going to make a build series with it, including how to assemble it and installing electronics, set up electronics, because you need to program the ESC for optimal usability. So I'm going to make a build series out of this, so stay tuned to see how that goes. I'm also going to be making number 10. Why 10? But it's 10. It's a celebration. I guess this is going to be my 10th machine. Or actually 11, since I started at 00. Don't mind. So that machine is going to be special. It's going to include a lot of stuff, such as the water cooling reservoir and all the crazy stuff there is. And this one's going to be the lightweight build. So I'm going to do my best to have it as light as possible. I don't want any weight where it's not necessary. So that means instead of having a 550 size motor, it's going to have a 540 size motor, but it is going to run on high voltage and some other stuff. That's the build series. Stay tuned, and it will be coming soon. An important announcement I have to make. March 2nd, in theory it's Polar's release date, but I'm not gonna be watching this because I'm going to be at Montreal watching the Taiga release in person. Yes, I've put a deposit of $1,000 for the Founders Edition, and I'm gonna get there, and if I can film it for you and show you how the unveiling went, I'll do it. So wish me luck. I can't wait to see what the machine looks like. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it or not, but since all of these snowmobiles have been electric, I know what to expect a little bit, and if they perform as well as this, it's gonna be awesome. Alright, I have 2 more things. First of all, other project on the channel. I'm going to fix Project Nona. The reason why it's you only see one video is because I busted the rear differential, so the machine kind of went south because that's a discontinued unit, so I need to machine a rear axle, solid differential, and that's coming this summer possibly. But for more on the spring, I want to bring back the tank project. Why? Because when it's the spring, it's super muddy, and snow, it's great for RC tanks. So they will most likely come back, and I'm going to probably finish the E75 turret. In theory, that's the plan. And also, I've done something a little stupid, but I think you'll like it. This stupid crazy project is based on the KTM Sidecar. It doesn't have any of the body panels, but it has beadlock wheels and sand thrashers by RC 4-wheel drive, and they fit really nice with the entire body. But the main attraction for this is the twin nitro engine from Traxxas, and they're going to be connected to the Emax transmission I have here, and goes back to the differential, and it's going to have 2 piggyback shocks in the back. They're already installed, but they need a bit of tweaking because they're not quite properly aligned. And this file for the cage is available on Thingiverse. You can download it if you want. You can even customize the length of the rod. If you want to add stuff or delete some posts, you can do it. This is a standby project. I'm not doing it at the moment too much, but eventually I'm gonna get back to it. It's just to get me something else different to make. And the last thing I wanted to talk about today is that for the past 6-ish, 7-ish months, I've been in my first house. This is my new house. You've seen a few videos already of this place. So I bought my first house. I paid a lot of money and that explains why I need a bit of money. uh, so this is not my future setup. I know it's looking a little dim and not a lot of lights, but I still wanted to have something somewhat interesting to film. So I might do a little shop tour to show you what it looked like and what it's like now. It's nowhere near clean or ready to work, but obviously I need to work on stuff, so this is like as good as it's gonna get. Like the floor is all crooked, and anyways, a lot of work to do. I made these tables myself, so I have plenty of tables I can work on, and I'll do just a little tour shop and show you what it looks like.
So I figured I would maybe do a little tour of my house since I bought a new house. That's just the warehouse at the moment, but that's the entire basement. This is going to be where I do most of the stealth building things. So in that corner, I want to do like a vinyl wrap on top of that table to make like a filming studio with putting some light on top of there with some nice wall. I'm not too sure yet what to do else, but that's a nice start. In that corner, maybe my computer and maybe 3D printers. I'm not too sure. And this this huge table, that's where assembling and like drill press, sand sanders, all that stuff, which already has a good lighting. It's not too bad. Maybe a bit more lighting here, but overall it's pretty good. Over there I can sit, but my floor isn't level, so here I can stand and work upright, and there I could sit and work, sit. So that's about it. I can't wait, man. That's the old table. That table was right there. It was maybe like, well, you see how big it is compared to this one. This whole thing. Oh man, I can't wait. That's gonna be so epic.
Also, a lot of people ask me a question about the nitrous snowmobile. As you can see, it's in pieces now. I'm trying to work out some of the bugs. One of them was the slipper clutch. I upgraded it to Evolution 5 clutch, so it has aluminum shoes instead of plastic ones. So it should do a little better. But I'm still working on it. It's not done yet. More videos coming eventually. It's not my short-term plan, but eventually it's gonna come. So stay tuned for this. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions you can post them below. Don't forget the kits are back in stock. If you want a special color you can have them. And yeah, stay tuned for how it's gonna get for this. I might do a follow-up video, or I might just post something in the comments regarding how to get it. So keep an eye out. And on that note, thanks for watching, and I'm very thankful for the almost very close to 5,000 subscribers. So big thanks, and I'll catch you next time.